ready. So, take the sound a bit down one more. Okay. I think. Probably could use the mic a bit closer. Alright, that should work. Okay, welcome to my Black Desert stream, and today I'm going to be streaming Kunoichi's Awakening Weapon Quest. So, yeah, you know the drill. First I have to talk with my Black Spirit. And as usual, I'm just going to be talking in the NPC's perspective. Are you aware? Is the anger inside you subsided? Have you really forgotten it all? You should never forget your worst enemy. Never forget your tribe that was wiped out by the Sonan tribe. Wait, is it the Sonan tribe that wiped them out, or is it the Sonan tribe that was wiped out? Yeah, it is. So, wherever the Kunoichi is from, her tribe was wiped out by the Sonan tribe, and never forget your real weapon and the vow you made in front of the grave. Okay, so time to head to Keflon, I think. Did I read that correctly? And my friend will be joining us today. He's also a Kunoichi, level 58, and recently got his damned Dandelion Weapon 2, 18+. This guy is a total luck vacuum. Whoever plays close to him loses all their luck, and he, on the other hand, has always had crazy luck with rare drops. Like, I've known him since during playing the Dixis, and like he's getting all the rare drops, all the pillars, every time he goes on a raid. And it's not really that different in Black Desert. I mean, I think he's been hunting Kuranda for like less than a week when he was able to loot his Dandelion weapon box. Hello, Ruvik. So if my memory serves, I think when you first created Kunoichi, she's found in front of her grave. No, wait, I think that was later. I think the Kunoichi was on top of some kind of tree. Then I wonder what the Black Spirit was going on about. How she made some kind of vow in front of a grave. I guess it's something before she lost her memory. Anyway, where the hell am I supposed to be going? Okay. So Clam Accessory has heard a lot of tribes from the east, and from what I'm wearing, he recognizes me as a tribes folk from the Oweki tribe. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Oh yeah, so back to the NPC's perspective. I've heard that the so whatever tribe is skilled with using shurikens and short blades, but they were practically wiped out. So if you really are a Oiki tribe, unfortunately, what I've said is the harsh truth. Although I believe that some might have survived, but I've never. But it's an honor to see one with my own eyes.
석화병 사건의 배후를 찾으면 모두 원칙대로 처리할 것이오.
I don't understand why you're searching back for your roots at after so long, but I've heard that one of your tribe's people is, I think that his name is Luta, and oh wait, so the Sonan, not the Sonan, her Kunoichi's tribe was located somewhere southwest of Luta. No wait, yeah, the Sonanjuk is from southwest of Luta, and they're the ones who wiped out Kunoichi's tribe. Back to his perspective. So do you really remember nothing? Then it might be better for you to not know the truth, whether it's by incredible coincidence. I've heard that the Sonan tribe also came here as well. It's been a very long incident, but when I've visited Omar cave in Medea for inspection, I saw a strange person in Kusha. That person was using a huge circular weapon that encircled her whole body and had a sharp end at one side. Isn't that a weapon of one of your mortal enemies, the Sonan tribe? If you're looking for her, I'll tell you where you can find her. Every debt has to be paid and addressed. I hope you can find peace in your business as well.
결정은 인류를 위한 자원이 아니라오.
Alright, so it looks like the Kunoichi's awakened weapon is actually the weapons that wasn't used by her tribe. Her tribe is her normal weapon, and the awakened weapon is the weapon that is used by her opposing tribe. Guess I have to go all the way to Kusha, that's a long way. It's a good thing I decided to take my Valkyrie's horse with me. But I love this solid state drive. I've been experiencing no stops even on when charging ahead full speed with my horse, and that's just sweet. Did I just see Juniup? Could have just been a coincidence. Same ID. So let's see what I have. I have to go all the way to Kusha and then obviously go for Golems, Hasra, and Marnie's second experimental grounds. I should have just used the blue carrot. Running dangerously low on stamina. I think it might be a good idea too. Heal my horse a bit here. Alright. How good is Ninja's Awakening? I heard mixed things about it. Well, I've been mostly hearing negative things about it. It seems like the Ninja's Awakened weapon doesn't have a lot of super armor or guard status attacks, and that it doesn't really flow well with his basic weapon. You're looking for someone from the Sonan tribe? Oh dear. It's true that the women from the Sonan tribe stayed here, but she already passed away from sickness. It's such a tragic thing for such a young person to die. Although she was of a different tribe, we buried her close to the rocky wasteland. I don't know how to translate this one. If you go to a high point in that place, you'll be able to find her unique weapon. We have no idea how to use it. Oh, we've never seen her use it during her stay here, but we've seen her maintain it, clean it with great care every day. She was also a very quiet person. So we tried to bury her with her weapon, but for some reason it wouldn't budge. It seems like there's some kind of strange power imbued in it. That is a long way. can hear the voice, a voice emitting from the blade. You have great power, and I'm a Saharun. Saharun. It's some kind of wheel. I don't. So it's made out of 3 letters. I guess the third letter means wheel, but I have no idea what the first 2 means. I guess the first one means death. So death something wheel, but I just call it the blade for convenience. So I'm a blade that existed for a long time. This grave is for of the the owner, the person buried in this grave got herself killed because she got too greedy. A selfish and weak person cannot become my master. Seeing how you can hear my voice, it means that you are worthy of my trials. And I can give you the power you want. Will you accept my trials and accept my strengths? So yeah, and here goes the 3 quests, as usual. Alright. First head towards... Holy shit. So yeah, it's a long distance for me to go, and I really don't have anything much more to talk about except can I look at some skills? If I want to do that, I should probably just go on auto run, but that's a lot slower, so I guess I would just have to stick with talking. What should I talk about? Okay, since I really don't have anything more to talk about in regards of Kunoichi's awakened weapon, since I barely know anything about it, I'm practically as clueless as any of you else out there. So I guess I'll just smack talk about my guildmates some more. So right. The Dandelion weapon, of course, being a boss weapon, is expectedly very hard to enchant, and a lot of people blow tons of money, silver, before even reaching 10 plus, but apparently he was able to reach 13 plus and only lost 70 durability on the way. Sheesh, I mean, it's not enough that he has to have crazy luck with rare drops, he even has to have good luck with enchanting. The world is so unfair. Come to think of it, since I'm passing Altinova, I might as well buy a couple green weapons to repair this. Alright, need 7 more. So anyway, I introduced my friend to Black Desert, since he was like obviously getting bored of Vindictus. I've taught him through everything, including like from the little things, starting from editing your chat window to your own tastes, and bring him along for some boss summons so he can pick up, loot some hunter's emblems, or sometimes, if he's lucky, black stones. And I've also taught him the very important tip to not play Kunoichi, which he didn't listen to, but nevertheless, I did my best to stray him away from the path of disaster. I mean, like, I could understand. At first, I obviously recommended playing Ranger, but he found the controls boring and really liked the controls on the Kunoichi, which I can understand. So I told him, like, if you're really into playing a character with fun controls, then at least play a sorcerer and try to avoid Kunoichi. But, well, he of course regretted the decision far later, but that's on him. As for the awakened weapon, well, as it is noticeably very late on being updated, like even pushed behind Ninja. As for the functionality, how powerful it is, that still is to be seen. But anyway, the timeline and path for finally getting their awakened weapon was not a smooth transition, especially with the sea ocean update being stuck in between. If you look at the let me switch channels. So anyway, where was I? Yeah. So if you look at the developer's note for, well, actually not developer's note, GM note for Kunoichi's awakened weapon, you can actually notice that it was posted on the week the ocean update was done, and it was simply just hidden, like not revealed. So you can see that the Kunoichi's awakened weapon was planned at the week of the ocean update, but was pushed behind because of it. Such a long time, I really can't remember how to control Kunoichi. Okay, that was a lot quicker than expected. Okay, that was a lot quicker than I expected. I don't even remember what kind of skills I used to have. Okay. Top 3. What? Okay. What is top? I guess is top 3 PvP solo classes in Korea and top 3 mass PvP. I really wouldn't distinguish between mass and small scale PvP these days. I mean, it's obviously the answer is obviously in the order of Ranger, Sorcerer, and Warriors. So currently, Rangers are the best class, although there is a catch that you have to have a certain amount of damage for Rangers to start becoming powerful. I mean, if you don't reach a certain point of attack, Rangers are probably the most useless class in the game. But yeah, anyway, like about when you hit the like 210 or 220 attack power mark, Ranger becomes the most powerful class by far in the whole game. And then behind the Sorcerer is behind the Ranger. The gap is quite big, but her advantage is that she isn't that as dependent on having high attack as the Ranger is. The Warrior is also a powerful class, not actually because they have like a very good DPS. They got burst damage, but they really can't keep up consistent damage. But their strength comes from the fact that they've got a lot of super armor and guard skills, and area of effect CCs that really work well. So Warrior with good defense is a real pain to fight against in large scale battles. Not here. Just make sure if this is I'm going to the right place. That's right, okay. probably should have my heads taken out. Don't know why my cloaking wasn't working so well there. Where did he go? Is it better to enhance the green awakened weapon, or is it better to enhance the blue one you get at the end of the quest? It's always an economic question. The blue weapon is blue weapon is useful enough, but the problem is, getting hold of enough blue weapons to repair your weapon as you enhance it is always a pain. And it's not really that cost efficient. The green weapon is like very cost efficient. And of course, the Dandelion weapon is the most cost inefficient weapon out of the three, but at that point, price really isn't the issue. So yeah, it all really depends on your economic status and how much you're willing to pay for stuff. I mean, I guess like once awakened weapons become common, trying to get a blue 19 plus weapon is actually a viable strategy of economic wise. But other than that, I personally wouldn't recommend. Trying to enhance a blue weapon. Didn't know there were three clumped together, and crap. It was a summoning spot. Alright, I guess that's the end of the Awakened Weapons skill quest, and I suppose they're going to send me to the soldier's grave, which is also a very long distance from Kusha, but I know maybe they'll have the common decency to send me to Sosan. That would be a far better choice for me to do the next Awakened Weapon quests. Oh, guess I shouldn't have jumped down from there. I have seen your potential and realized that you're a descendant of the Oeki tribe. From now on, I am going to help you grow more powerful and will be known as the Blade of Oeki. And you must be able to remember the vow you made in the past. That is the only justification, goal, belief, vow, and whatever you have while fighting your enemies. One of the vows of the now gone Oiki tribe is that, wait, the wording is kind of weird. Anyway, from the corpses, between the corpses, no, the blade that was placed between the corpses, the blade of the Sonan tribe that was placed between the corpses was picked up. Oh, and an unknown flash of emotions and rage engulf you. I guess they're talking about the Kunoichi's past, so I guess she was looking for the woman from the Sonan tribe who knew no honor, but it seems like she has disappeared from the Ryuta province. Liru, who was the tribe's leader of the Oeki tribe, was caught in despair, and in front of her father's grave, she vowed that she will take vengeance and by using their own blade. And that she will slaughter her enemies until the moon itself becomes pale with fear, and everything around her is drenched in blood. Okay, so I guess the Kunoichi character actually has a name. Yeah, so there's the regular practice. Kind of slow. Wait. Crap, I have to go all the way to I have to go back to the soldier's grave. Bottom left. Okay, left and right attack. Shift and left click. Forward, right click. Some kind of dash skill, I suppose. Down F. Okay, so she throws her blade forward. Shift, right click. Bottom right click. What was that supposed to be? Oh, so it's some kind of invincibility skill. She's invulnerable for a short frame. And then attacks. Shift F. Okay, so that was another throwing skill. She can also block. Okay, so since I'm going to have to go all the way to Soldier's Grave anyway, might as well drop my friend off at Heidel. Alright, so now that's done. Let's try using all the awakened weapon skills I have access to. I'm not able to learn her level 58 skill and level 59 skill. And also level 60 skill. But from the looks of it, I'm not really missing out on that much. We'll see. Hello, Zamada. Basically, Skelly's time. Okay. Alright, so let's go over her skills again. What skills do I have? Of course, we have the typical left and right attack. I think there was a... Okay, back left and Shift F. Forward right click. Okay, I don't know what I just did. Anyway. Downward left click. Shift left click. Shift right click. Alright. I wonder how I'm supposed to use her poking with her awakened weapon out. Let's see if this works. Wait. Oh, this is her smoke bomb skill, not her cloaking. Forgot where it was. Ah, there it is. Okay, I guess that works. And I can also down right click. Okay. And I can also use her log in with her waking up and up. Right, let's try it out. She doesn't seem to have any skills that can like immediately switch from her main weapon to her awakened weapon, from the looks of it. Okay, still have to get used to her which commands she have. forgot what are throw commands were. No, not that one. No, Shift F. I keep forgetting that one. I think I did some kind of weird spin attack. Oh, right. Forgot that was a skill actually I have. Okay, what was her Black Spirit skill again? I think it was this one. Shift right click. Let's go with that. Find a nice group to use it on. Close enough. Some kind of big explosion. Alright, so it seems like both of her throwing skills is somehow, the commands for it are somehow connected with F. Right, that seems to be the case. So it's either downward F or Shift F. Then I have this spin to win. Not sure what this forward dash skill is supposed to do though. What else? That was a swing skill. Okay, so I guess this bottom left is her most generic attack skill, I suppose. Bottom left, bottom right click. Dash. Leap attack. And shift right. So she slashes upwards and does some kind of explosion with her shift right, and her forward right is kind of like sorcerer's scarecrow attack. No, not scarecrow. Don't know what it is in English, but crow raven ambush, something along the same lines. What? Which skill am I using to keep recovering HP? Is it my spin to win? Yeah, recover HP per hit. there was any other. Looks like your bottom left click is also an HP recovery skill. Not that impressive of an amount, though. Still good to have. Seems like resource management wouldn't be a big issue for her. Pure damage. Some valor recovery. Just damage. And also just damage. Back at full health. Right, so for monsters that are easy for me, I could just go on pressing down F for HP recovery, and if I'm short on Valor or whatever the resource is called, I could just go left and right. And I'll be back to full resource in no time. Okay, so maybe I should start trying to see what kind of combos I can do with my main weapon. Okay, so the playstyle is not that bad, but just like the ninja, I don't think it really matches her main weapon's quick style that well. Alright, and then I don't think I checked her, whatever her buff skill is. So it's just E and honey attack power for 20 seconds, 10% attack speed for 20 seconds. So like, yeah, everything is for 20 seconds. So 10% accuracy, 15% evasion, 16 plus 2 crit chance, and you have super armor while casting the skill itself. And oh my god, I'm almost dead. So I'm not sure how powerful it is, but her 100% Black Spear skill seems kind of lackluster compared to the other previous Awakened Weapon skills. Yeah, that's it. A huge explosion. But seeing that how it's relatively quick, if it has good percentiles, it could be quite good for like those sudden burst damage. Surprises that can catch you off guard might be good for that. And her idle stance seems, yeah, it's a lot better. It's a lot more polished than the Meihua's Awakened Weapon idle stance. So let's go back to the chat. What's your favorite Awakened Weapon so far by design and visual appeal? Actually, I think I like Warriors. Warriors, if we're just talking about design and visual appeal, yeah, I think I like Warriors the best. Warrior is my favorite, and Valkyrie is second. Animation looks great. Yeah, the animations are also like not only the idle stance, but all of her animations seem way more polished compared to Meihua's Awakened Weapon. I like the block move, real cool. Okay, does she have some sustain now, HP? So I just mentioned that. Looks like a fun awakening. Does the chakram throw feel like the Valkyrie's shield throw? And nothing like it. It's far shorter, which means that it should be, it should have a better applications during PvP. By the way, AFK, what's your gear? Can we see it, please? So I just stole my Valkyrie's gear as far as accessories and armor goes. But for her weapons, she's stuck with whatever she had when she was my main. Yeah, 173 attack power with her base main weapon, and 152 with her awakened weapon, 251 defense. Does the HP regain grow when you level up spin to win? Let's see. I'd bet that it does increase. 50 per hit, 50 per hit, 50 per hit. Okay, so I guess it doesn't. Let's look at the other HP recovery skill. 20 per hit, 20 per hit, 20 per hit. Okay, so basically her HP recovery does not increase a bit from this point. Okay. Alright. So I guess I handled all the questions, and I wonder if I should go and finish my Wicked quest, which means I have to go back all the way back to Kusha, or if I should just stick around and play around with my weapon a bit more. Kind of hard to imagine how her combos will work though. I wonder if a plain right click is considered some kind of skill. Definitely not here, maybe her normal attack. Alright, so her right click attack has a lift and bound. So obviously lift on the first hit and bound on the second hit. And her jump attack also counts as a bound attack. And it also increases the upward slash increases crit chance by 5%, and the downward slash also increases attack speed. Oh wait, not the upward, the sideways. So since the sideways slash doesn't have any CCs connected to it, but increases her abilities on. Oh yeah, even if I don't hit. Okay, that's good. Although with 5 seconds, I think it's gonna be tough to utilize it. And her upward and downward attack has CCs on it, so lift, bound, and seeing how there's no cooldown connected to it. Yeah. I'm not sure if I really should trust the animation, the area of the animation on the jump attack. I mean, it seems kind of wide. Let's see. Alright, seems easy enough to connect, which is good. Alright, I think I should just go and finish my quest before I get back on my horse. Is there anything you guys would like to see? Things also, what's wrong with Mewa's animations? They just... It's kind of hard to explain. They really seem lackluster and unpolished, especially her idle stance. I think that really is a good example to signify how her... I mean, so yeah, let's look at Kunoichi's idle stance. So she goes to idle stance and you can see her move a bit. So yeah, even in idle stance, she seems alive and such. But Mewa's idle stance, she just puts down her spear and then stays completely still. So there's those unnatural elements to her motions, which is a real shame. Is that a different chakram in the RMB skill video? Are you talking about the... Oh wait. Are you talking about the official trailer? Because to be honest, I haven't really... I mean, that chakram is obviously the awakened pearl outfit. I'm thankful I haven't even checked it. Might want to take off my glasses first. Doesn't seem to look that different from the green weapon. Yeah, not that different. Only the dandelion chakram looks significantly different because it has this pointy edge on this side, and generally looks a lot cooler. I wonder if this is a unique hairstyle, kind of like how the sorcerer's outfit works. Yep. I don't know how the hell her leggings work physically, but oh well, fantasy. The training video shows a different chakram. Didn't really look at. Okay, yeah, that's it. That's the dandelion chakram. Yep, yeah, that's Dandelion. Hey bro, can you show us the function tab in the Pearl Store function? I guess you're talking about this tab. Currently, there's an event for energy recovery potions, special packages, Golden Bell, which increases the experience gained on that channel for 1 hour. So yeah, this is like kind of like a social service you can do, which is horrendously expensive though for just 1 hour. And a lot of skill related stuff that's for the newly revamped skill awakening system. So not the awakened weapon system, but the awakening for skills. I mentioned this before, they really should consider changing the name for the concept of awakening skills. Desert related stuff. And of course, all these you guys know already. Alright, other Kunoichi outfits. That shouldn't be a problem. This is currently the event limited period sale item they have for summer. Going with some of the older sets. Oh, and of course we can't forget the done set. Which is for diving. This outfit doesn't really look half bad if you dye it the correct color, but the basic color scheme is horrendous. I've always liked this outfit. Might have bought it if I actually decided to stick with playing Kunoichi. All right. I already showed the shark suit. The skill add-ons to avoid confusion in North America. Okay, that's good. Skill add-ons. I don't think that's a good choice either, but it's still better than awakening skills. All right, so let's wrap up the Awakened Weapon skill quest. Not skill quest, Awakened Weapon quest. Oh, and looking at guild chat, I'm reminded that there was some rumors going on about how they're going to release a male ranger in the future. So since the Dark Elf is planned for fourth quarter this year, I expect the male ranger to come about sometime maybe second quarter next year. Just a wild guess. And it looks like a lot of people are looking forward to the male ranger. And there's also some rumors about a Shire, a class that is a Shire, you know, one of the midget people that inhabit this world. Also seem to never age. What the hell was that? Looks like the downwards F still somehow. Oh, I guess it somehow homes on enemies because I was facing a completely different direction from where that target was at. Okay, so now this talking weapon tells me now my will is completely imbued within you. Now I am completely yours. Okay. Oh, learned a new skill? Ah, the buff skill. Oh, great title. So there's this joke going around with Kunoichi's name. So like typically in Korean, names are in 3 letters. First letter being the family name, and the next 2 letters being the first name. So people are always calling the Kunoichi, so calling her as if her family name is Ku and her name is Ichi, and the title that I just got was You Go Ichi. Let's play around with her buff skill, see how much of an increase I get from the buff. So this is her base attack at 3 attack speed if I use the buff. Yeah, that's noticeably faster. And if I do this, wait. No, looks like I can't benefit from the buff of her left click when I have my skill buff up. Her buff skills kinda seems lackluster. Then again, I guess have the 20 AP and the 10% accuracy and crit chance also would help a lot in dealing damage in PvP, I guess, since everyone's so short on accuracy and well PvPing. It'll have if they just made Kai from Mabinogi Heroes. Well, that definitely wouldn't be the case because they actually they already showed the model for the male ranger before the game was released. So in one of the, I think a lot of people might already saw this, but in one of the teaser videos they did before like completely revealing the game, there was a short scene showing the male ranger's face. So he was obviously an elf. You said you made Kuno before. What made you switch to Valkyrie? Was it because it didn't have Awakening weapon? Yeah, that's part of the reason. And another part was actually quit the game, and the reason I returned was because I saw the GM note for Valkyrie's Awakened Weapon, and I liked what I saw on the on that note, so I returned to the game, and so far I'm still really enjoying Valkyrie's Awakened Weapon. It's nice to have at least one shield bearer in this game, even after Awakened Weapon. So I like that. I mean, although PvP, how PvP is designed in this game currently, with like having high damage being the best thing ever, shields don't really do much in this game currently, functionally. But even though it's not really functionally good to have compared to high damage, I still like using a shield in combat in this game. I mean, the general feel of controlling it. So yeah, that's something apart from actual functionality. Love your vids, man. Keep it up. Thanks. And left click seems also faster with buff on. Yeah, like that was a general attack speed increase, so not only my left click but every other skill would have become faster. But it seems like every single skill Kunoichi has, except for the down left click, has a cooldown on it, and you can't use her skills on cooldown, except for that downward left click skill. Still not sure which skills I should be keeping in priority, which main weapon skills I should keep in priority after getting my Awakened Weapon. Still don't completely understand how her forward right click works. Right, so it's some kind of spinning slash attack. High crit chance. Decreases defense. Oh wait, increases my defense and also is a guard attack. The follow-up attack. Okay, so it's a lift skill. Super armor increases my attack power by 10 for 10 seconds, 100% crit chance. Okay. Yeah, her HP recovery on the downwards left click isn't that impressive. I guess this is just something to assist her in PvE, because it's sure as hell not going to be a good idea to be using this attack in PvP. and that leap attack. So yeah, invulnerability while I'm during the moment I'm invisible, and also 100% crit chance. Super armor ranged attack has bound, is also a down attack, and if the attack connects, I get 20% attack speed for 10 seconds. Okay, that is sweet. I wonder if it stacks with her buff. So I've got 20 attack speed from that, and then okay, doesn't seem to stack. Then again, I don't think I'm seeing a buff on. Mm, 10% movement and attack speed. Let's try that again. Wait, no, not this skill. Strange, I'm not seeing any buffs. I mean, I should see a buff because that attack connected. Okay, that's a unique blocking sound. Huh. It seems like they put a oddly large amount of effort for Kunoichi's awakened weapon. I mean, like, as most would have expected, they really put their effort on most of the earlier awakened weapon skills. So warrior, sorcerer, giant, and rangers seem to have the best quality in polish with their awakened weapon skill and motion designs. And as time passed, they seem to have been putting less and less effort into the awakened weapon skills, and then suddenly the Kunoichi seems to have had a lot of effort put into it compared to the other somewhat earlier awakened weapons. Yeah, I'm definitely not getting any buffs from this skill. I'm guessing it's a bug. Oh, and yeah, so about her awakened weapon skill, I mean, awakened weapon quest, it looks like the main theme is revenge. So she's basically going to use the weapon that wiped out her tribe to have vengeance on the tribe that wiped out hers. Also, I have no idea when that's happening because the ocean update revealed a new continent, which seems to have an Asian theme to it, but we're not even sure if that's the continent the Bladers and Ninja Kunoichi came from. Because they said that all four of them came from the east, but the new continent is located northwest, oddly enough. her shift attack doesn't work with her weapon switching skill, which is really bad because that's probably when in her shifts, no, not shift, spacebar skill is needed the most to cancel out the delay from switching weapons. Yeah, not working at all. I think it might be better to just use some other normal attack. Yeah. I wonder if spin to win can work on this as a cancel. Not exactly, but still better than hoping to use a shift. I mean spacebar. I keep mixing up the two because I actually use them. I've switched them up in my control scheme. So my shift is my spacebar. My shift is your spacebar, and my spacebar is your shift. I have had those two switched. Do you think Kuno Awakening will be on par, say, of Musa Awakening? They are both AoE, so it'll be interesting to have a comparison. Different style. I would wager that it's different style because Musa's Awakening seems to be heavily dependent on his left and right attack because it has CC on it and is also a super armor skill. So mostly what I've seen Musas do around with their awakened weapon is like they just like go left and right like this, and then whenever they see the chance, since that attack also has a bound on it, if their opponent is on the ground, then that's when they like unleash their damage oriented skills. But for Kunoichi's case, I don't really think her left and right attack is going to be her main thing. How much time has? Okay, I still got 6 minutes before an hour has passed. Yeah, I think one of the first things they're going to patch is somehow allow her to cancel her delay from switching weapons, because that is way too long. Makes it practically impossible for her to combo between main weapon and her main weapon and awakened weapon. See, there's such a huge delay where she just stands still, and that's basically suicide for Kunoichi. At this rate, I think it would be better off for her to just like stay in her awakened weapon state. But then another problem that would arise from that is that she's not that mobile with her awakened weapon. The main problem is that is her guard. It takes up too much time for her to get ready. So like unlike her small blade, the transition is smoother. But when I'm using her awakened weapon, yeah, it takes kind of long for it to. Wait. Now that I've used it a bit, seems like it's not that bad. Okay, I guess it's not really that bad, but still, it's not like she has her shadow step and other skills, movement skills. I mean, she does have her this skill and no, not this. This, but these are more geared towards like as a distance closer. It doesn't seem that good to use as an evasion method. Okay, maybe that one. Maybe that one is okay. Do you think the damage that she can deliver will be somewhat on the same level as Musa? I'm wondering because I can't decide which class to pick. I really can't say at this point. People still have to... I mean, the Awakened weapon was just out yesterday, so we still have to wait for people to experiment on it to get a good idea of it. If I'm to make a guess, just a blind guess, I would guess that it's in similar levels with Musa, looking at the percentiles. Although, one thing I'm also wildly guessing is that I think the Kunoichi will be better at consistent damage and Musa will be better at burst damage. And that's just a guess, but anyway. Last stream, AFK, this my week has Kunoichi is my main. Have a good weekend and cuddle. Okay, goodbye, Dean. Glad that you enjoyed the stream. Okay, and the last thing I should probably do is look at the skills that I can't learn. Wait, just one more thing I want to experiment with. Okay, so a forward right skill seems to be able to cancel the delay from even her weapon switching. Seems like an all-rounder cancel skill. let's take a look at her other skills that I couldn't learn. So some kind of boomerang skill. Bouncing between enemies, and it looks really good, but for some reason people at high levels are considering this skill low priority. I suppose it's because she's immobile while using the skill. I mean, she does have super armor, but knowing how low Kunoichi's defense is, it's still not really a good idea to stand still for that long. Not only in PvP, but in PvE as well. So yeah, that was the level 58 skill, her level 59 skill. Yeah, I'll just try to find someplace better to do this. I still have to work on figuring out how her combos work, but I guess I've got a general feeling for how her skills work so far. Alright, I should be able to get my skill screen in peace and quiet over here. Alright, so my level 59 skill. Oh, it's a follow-up attack for her spin to win skill. So it's obviously a lift skill. 858 times 6, so yeah, good damage as well. 20% increased to accuracy, so yeah, that's going to be really painful for evasion-based classes. And then she also uniquely has a level 60 skill, which is not a add-on skill, but a separate skill of its own. Oh wait. Okay, so I guess it is a follow-up skill. Yeah, it's an add-on attack for this skill, so slashes upward and then does some kind of explosion, and then after that, this skill adds a extra leap attack. Guard stays while attacking, 50% crit chance, 10% accuracy, knockdown, down attack. 878 times 4. Not that impressive considering that's a level 60 skill. Which of her skills are down attacks? Okay, this is a down attack. Down attack. Both of her throwing skills are down attacks. Oh, left and right attack is also a down attack. Nice. And nice Valor recovery. 35 per hit. Not bad. Spin to win. Right, so it seems like most of her attacks have down attack on it. Don't you feel like Kuno's awakening weapon swings kind of slow? Yeah, it definitely does. And it's one of my few complaints about her awakened weapon. It doesn't really match her playstyle of her main weapon, which is very mobile during combat. I like to compare it with Musa and Mehwa because like they've got crazy mobility if they're just like running around, but when they actually have to attack, they're quite immobile. I mean, I think they're even more immobile than Sorcerer when they're attacking, but what's different for Kunoichi and Ninja is that although they're not as fast as Musa and Mehwa, their unique point is that their mobility doesn't really go down even when they're attacking. But even for the ninja's case, so like both Ninja and Kunoichi's awakened weapon seem kind of slow compared to their main weapon. Yeah. Okay, so I think I'd better start ready to wrap things up. Are there any final requests or questions you guys have? I'll just try to clear out a couple more packs over here and then see if I've got any more requests or questions. Yeah, even her movement speed seems to be slower. Yeah, her movement speed with her awakened weapon is slower. Kind of like how Valkyrie's awakened weapon is also slower as well. Oh, walking speed, I mean. So overall, would you say the damage is okay compared to other class awakenings? And how is it for farming, would you say? Okay, let's see. Well, the HP recovery on her spin to win is sweet, obviously. And oh yeah, so one thing I think the most important aspect for PvE is actually range, so the area of effect for your skills. And in that regard, I think Kunoichi's weapon, awakened weapon, is pretty good. I mean, it's got really good range. I mean, like not range as in how far it goes, but in how wide her attacks are. They're very easy to hit, and most of them are based attacks like around the radius, the whole radius around her, not a certain direction. So again, very easy to hit. Most obvious example being her spin to win. This seems to also cover a very wide area in front of her. So I expect her to be pretty good with grinding, so in PvE, but for PvP I'm not really so sure. I mean, I really can't say either if she's going to be good or bad. Thank you for the stream, AFK. Have a good day and see you next time. Goodbye, Zook, and glad you enjoyed the stream. Alright, so if there is nothing more, I guess I'll end it. I'll end this right here. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Okay, I'll turn off the stream now.